皆さんこんにちは。もったいないキャンペーン事務局長の七井と申します。皆さんすでにご承知のように、もったいないキャンペーン提唱者でノーベル平和賞を受賞されたワンガリ・マータイさんが2011年9月25日卵巣がんのために亡くなりました。心からご冥福をお祈り申し上げます。私たちはその翌月の10月、ケニアで営まれましたマータイさんの国葬や追悼式に招かれましたが、マータイさんがいかに多くの方々から敬愛され、いかに多くの業績を残されたのかを改めて知ることができました。マータイさんは亡くなりましたが、マータイさんが残された美しい地球を守っていこうという思いは永遠です。もったいないキャンペーンもこの思いを受け継ぎ、さらに大きく展開してまいりますので、皆様のご協力をよろしくお願いいたします。さて、これからご覧いただくのは、このマータイさんを中心としたグリーンベルト運動が荒廃した丘に植林活動を続け、緑と泉が復活した奇跡の物語です。事務局ではこの話に続きまして、象の食害との戦いやもったいないグリーンプロジェクトの新たな展開など、映像を順次アップしてまいる予定でおります。どうぞご覧ください。
The trees had been cut down. There were very few indigenous trees that could be seen, and most of the exotic, because they grow very fast, had been cut down. It was bare. There was nothing on the ground. So most of the soil was being carried downwards until all the springs that were sprouting from downhill had been sealed because of the silt that was coming from the hill. So we could find it okay, because we could go to the seminars of Professor Wagari and the Greenbelt Movement staff, and we could hear how we should prevent the resources that we have, the natural resources. That is when we could see, sincerely, our hill is going down, and that is why we had to see, we have to start with the hill. That is very essential to people, because a long time ago when I was a small girl, there were rivers flowing, springs flowing. There was a dam down here, and it had gone off. Okay, the first challenge was that people were very ignorant, because they didn't have the idea, why should we plant indigenous trees that will not be harvested very soon? So most of the people were seeing that the exotic trees are the ones that should be planted, because very soon they'll be cut down. So very few people came to our aid in planting the trees. And then there were also people who were uprooting whatever we were planting. So at first we had a very hard time, because even there are some people who could stay on the road, wait for us as we move out, and then they'll come remove the trees that we have planted. Others could even threaten that very soon we'll be killed. You cut off your heads because you now want Wagari Maathai to come and own the forest, and this is our forest. So very few people, most of the people are afraid, and they remained outside. They didn't join us. So very few people came to help us. We admired, like now the Mount Kenya, where there are trees. And because we had been taught of the importance of trees, and we knew that the outcome, we had to move on. Again, the Greenbelt staff would be sent regularly to come and visit us, see how we are doing it. So we felt motivated. We had to continue, because we knew that one day the trees will grow. And because now Professor was always saying that God created the trees, the rivers, and the whatever, and those people who take care of the natural environment, the natural vegetation and whatever, they have a reward afterwards. That is why we had to keep on, because the trees were there. When we were small children, we could see the trees in this Tomotomo hill. We could see how the rain was flowing. So we knew that if we do something, if we go on planting trees, one day the place will remain the way it was when we were small kids. So we kept on planting.
Holo ukoni Professor Wangari Maathai kirege tumite korwo na wendo cio muingi ni undu wa kwenda gukorwo agika maundu maria magakorwo magiuka ni undu wa njaro iria igoka thutha-ini na uhoro ucio wa kugitira utonga wa unduire na riu nginya ona ihinda-ini riri atakoretwo ariho twitikitie ni mwiri wathire no roho ucio wake uri thiini witu na tugukorwo tukiruta wira maita meri kana maita matatu ni undu wa guturia wira ucio wake ugituturagia ithi turi muoyo na generation iria igoka thutha koguo wira wake tukariganira nginya matuko maria mothe tugutura.
The water from Tomotomo Hill becomes underground, and here at one moment the spring was dry due to deforestation around the hill. Professor Wangari Maathai visited us one day and there was no water flowing. Then she did like a seminar here. She did like a baraza, that's a meeting. Baraza is sort of a meeting. She talked to people here and she told people here that if you leave this place bare, without tree cover, then this will be the consequence. You see, there's no water running here. Okay, she showed them by planting one of the trees here. Okay. After a time, she visited, and after the battle on the hill, the water started running again. She visited and she planted that Sicilian tree over there to mark the return of the stream. People said, okay, this is Wangari Maathai spring. And we went ahead and planted a fig tree here, which symbolizes the tree that she was talking about, the fig tree that she was talking about in her home yard, in her home place in Tetu. So we also said we wanted to plant a fig tree here, symbolizing Wangari Maathai and her effort to rehabilitate